Oh, 3-week hiatus when you think about it. Took some time off, of course. I just started the school year down here in South Texas. Those of you who know me, y'all know what I do. Teacher at a high school. And yeah, just started that back up. So took about 2.5 weeks off, close to 3 weeks off to get myself situated with the brand new school year. And I'm back. I feel good. It's been a while since I've been on this thing, but I definitely missed making some content for you guys. Of course, James Espinosa Show. You can find us on YouTube at Sports Rush Media. Find us on Spotify, James Espinosa Show. Going forward, I'm going to drop videos on Wednesday nights. I know I'm doing this on a Thursday. I would have had this uploaded yesterday. I would have done this video, but I forgot my tablet, my computer at work. And thus, I couldn't really do anything without it. That's where I keep my notes. That's where I keep everything. So didn't feel right to do it without that. I got it tonight, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Appreciate y'all, boys and girls. Whoever's going to jump in here, whoever's going to watch this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast, give us a rating, give us a like, give us all that stuff. Got tons to talk about concerning that team up in Dallas. The Dallas Cowboys. What a week they've had. Crazy week. Entertaining preseason game this past Saturday against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Deuce Vaughn looked amazing. He's going to make the 52-man roster. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Deuce Vaughn, I mean, some of the cuts he was making, the acceleration, just how short he is and the ability to stay low, his ability to bounce off tackles, Deuce is going to make it. Deuce might be the running back too, all right? Don't get yourself twisted. Don't get yourself fooled with that. Deuce might just be running back two on this Cowboys roster. Him, of course, Malik Davis, Rico Dowdle. They'll be fighting for that spot, but man, Deuce Vaughn, I should say. McAllister, that's an old school throwback Deuce. Deuce Vaughn, I should say. He's going to make the 52. He's going to be an absolute stud. He's going to be a playmaker for this Cowboys offense. I really liked what I saw out of him. Backup offensive line, kind of yikes on Saturday, but hey, that's going to happen, but would love for that backup depth to show a little bit more in the upcoming preseason games. Mozzie Smith showed some flashes. Space Eater tossed a few dudes out the way, made a tackle. Liked what I saw out of Mozzie Smith. That was pretty cool to see. And then, of course, the Longhorn, Malik Jefferson, linebacker, showed his ability to get to the ball and make a tackle. Dude is a heat-seeking missile when it comes to finding the football. He did that throughout his career at Texas. He showed you what he could do Saturday during the preseason game. So I liked what I saw. Just some quick thoughts on the Cowboys preseason game. I'm not going to dive too deep into preseason. It is what it is. You just don't want guys to get hurt. And you want to see what the rookies have. You want to see what some of the guys on the back end of the roster got. Who's going to make the 52-man roster? Who's going to make potential practice squad? All that stuff. That's what preseason's about. I'm not here to break down X's and O's of preseason. Nah. It's very vanilla. If you're doing that, look, good for you. You got a lot of time on your hands. I don't have that time on my hands, all right? I barely got time to make a couple of videos a week, to do all my teaching stuff, to start broadcasting football games, and to do my Sunday Sports Rush show. I barely got time to do that. If you want to break down the X's and O's of the Cowboys game, go for it. Be my damn guest. But liked what I saw from those guys during the Cowboys preseason game. Now, next story to get to. Zack Martin is back. Zack Martin's back, baby. And I told y'all guys when I made a video about, 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that I wasn't worried in the slightest about Zack Martin. I wasn't worried. He was going to be back. He was never going to miss games. I told you guys I would be worried come opening weekend, Sunday Night Football, if Zack Martin wasn't suited up. He will be there. He missed a few practices, though, which is all right. But he was working out on his own, and Zack Martin is a walking Hall of Famer. I've told you guys this before. Some of you guys want to listen to it. Some of you guys don't. But Zack Martin, he'll be just fine. And the contract that he signed, it's a 2-year deal, essentially. $36.85 million. Going to be getting roughly $18 million a season, and all of that is guaranteed. Zack Martin won this deal. Zack Martin got what he deserved. Zack Martin deserves to be paid as a top 5 offensive lineman. Zack Martin is the best offensive lineman the Cowboys got right now. All right? And Jerry Jones lost this battle. He did. Jerry Jones talked tough. Jerry Jones said, well, if we give Zach this, we give Zach that, we're not going to be able to sign Micah Parsons. We're not going to be able to sign all the other guys. There's only a certain amount of the pie. Jerry Jones lost. Jerry Jones is reminiscent to a Chihuahua. Jerry Jones barks a lot. And what do you do with a Chihuahua who barks a lot? After a while, you just kind of ignore it because the barking becomes old hat. You're used to it, right? You're used to when the Chihuahua barks. That's Jerry Jones for you. Zack Martin is a big dog. And when the big dog barks, you tend to look because it startles you. And Zack Martin barked, and Jerry Jones listened, and Jerry Jones gave him the money that he deserved. And you know what's the funny thing else about that? The contract. $36.85 million. How convenient is that 8.5, that 0.85? Well, Zack Martin was fined by the NFL $850,000 for missing all those practices. Jerry Jones just gave Zack Martin $36,850,000 or whatever, however you want to say it, right? $850,000 is tied onto that contract. Guess what? Jerry Jones just paid Zack Martin's fine. Jerry Jones was always going to lose this battle. He lost the battle. He's going to claim it's a victory, but Zack Martin is the one who had Jerry over the barrel, and Jerry Jones in the end ended up paying what was the $850,000 fine that the NFL levied to Zack Martin. So good on Zack. Zack got his money. I'm happy about that. Now he is he went from the 8th highest paid guard to the 3rd, right behind Atlanta's Chris Lindstrom and the Indianapolis Colts' Quentin Nelson. So awesome. That's awesome right there. What else can we talk about with the Cowboys? How about a former Cowboy who's in the news? How about Zeke Elliott? Zeke the Patriot. Yes, Zeke is a Patriot. He posted on social media on Monday that he's signing with New England. Elliott tweeted 1-5 all the way live at Patriots, referencing his plans to wear jersey number 15, the number he wore in college while playing for Ohio State. He wore the number 21 with the Cowboys. Zeke agreed to terms with the Patriots on a one-year deal, helping address one of the thinnest positions on the Patriots roster. Elliott's one-year deal with the Pats includes a $3 million base salary and a $1 million signing bonus that can be worth up to $6 million with incentives, sources told ESPN's Adam Schefter. Elliott spent the first 7 seasons of his career with the Dallas Cowboys, projects as a top complement to the Patriots' number 1 running back, Ramondre Stevenson. Now, I like it. I think Bill Belichick will be able to use Ezekiel Elliott quite well. Bill Belichick does like to split the early down workload a little bit between running backs. Zeke, of course, still is a touchdown vulture, still is one of the best short yardage backs in the NFL. You get Zeke within the 10-yard line, dude's going to vulture touchdowns left and right. He's been doing it with the Cowboys these past few seasons. And one of the more intriguing things about this is guess who visits the Cowboys on October the 1st in week number 4? That would be the Patriots, and that would be Ezekiel Elliott. So Zeke will return to Dallas this season, October the 1st in week number 4. That's going to be weird to see. It's going to be weird to see Zeke in number 15. It's going to be weird to see Zeke in other colors besides Cowboys, blue, silver, white. It's just going to be different. Now, does the crowd give Zeke a standing ovation? Does the crowd chant Zeke, as they've been known to do for his entirety of his career? How will the crowd react to Zeke Elliott returning to Dallas? Will he get a hero's welcome? I think he will. I think that crowd, there's still a lot of Zeke fans out there. There's still a ton of Zeke fans, and damn it, I am one. I never had a problem with Zeke Elliott, the player, with Zeke Elliott, the person. It was always the contract that I had a problem with. But Zeke's return to Dallas, that should be a special day. And I think there's going to be a lot of emotions running heavy, especially from Jerry Jones and the brain trust of the Dallas Cowboys and a lot of the fans who still have a 21 jersey in their closet. I think Zeke is going to get a hero's welcome when he returns to Dallas, and it's going to be much deserved. And if you're in that stadium that day, or if you're going to be watching at home that day, you got to appreciate what Zeke Elliott did for 7 years with the Dallas Cowboys. Because when Zeke was rolling and when Zeke was healthy, Zeke was a damn beast. And there's nothing that anybody can say out of that. We got Chuck checking in. What's up, Chuck? Chuck says, what is up with the rumors of TB's old running back coming to Dallas? Don't they have enough running backs? I'm assuming that Chuck is talking about Tom Brady's old running back. Is that correct, Chuck? Please give me a little bit more details right there. Edward's in here. Edward says, let's get it. So, yeah, Zeke definitely needs a hero's welcome when he comes back. Now, there are some intriguing games on the Cowboys' schedule this year. Week 2, you got Aaron Rodgers coming to town with the Jets. He's the Cowboys' boogeyman for the past several years. You got Week 4 versus New England, the return of Zeke, which I just detailed. You got Week 5 at San Francisco, which I believe is a primetime game. The Cowboys' boogeyman of the playoffs the past couple of seasons. And then you got Week 6 at the Chargers, the Kellen Moore game. So in the first 6 weeks of the season, 4 of the first 6 games have some sort of tie-in to the Cowboys. It's going to be an interesting start to the season. Chuck also is back in here. He says, yes, Leonard Fournette. Yeah, there have been some rumblings of Fournette. I wouldn't mind, I guess, Fournette to be back there because, look, right now it's probably looking like Deuce McAllister. It's probably looking like Malik Davis, who is going to be the running back number 2. Maybe Rico Dowdle a little bit, but my money's more on Vaughn and Davis. If you bring in a Fournette, I wouldn't mind. Bring in another banger. Bring in another guy who can, get between the tackles, who can run hard, who could be someone who could get the tough 2 to 3 yards. I want Pollard to be the Lightning. Someone needs to be the Thunder. And if Fournette can come in, if Fournette could show that, I wouldn't mind it in the least because the Cowboys will probably sign him to something cheap, probably a 1-year deal, maybe 2 at most. So I wouldn't mind a Leonard Fournette with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, one more thing to get to before I wrap this up. The Cowboys practiced yesterday in Cali. The last padded practice in Cali got feisty. Couple fights. Sam Williams, Tyler Biadasz, Micah Parsons mixed it up. Typically, I don't really like to see that, and I don't really like to root for, fights at camp. But, hey, it happens, right? Things happen. These dudes are so tired of hitting each other, they're ready to just hit other people. So, hey, things happened yesterday, and it showed. Nobody got hurt, though. Even though Micah Parsons did throw punches at Tyler Biadasz's helmet with his bare fist, not the smartest move, Micah. Definitely not the smartest move. Thank God he didn't break his hand or do anything, to injure himself like that. But, hey, they fought yesterday. Things got feisty. And according to J-Ron Curse, this quote is absolutely fantastic from J-Ron Curse. Here we go. We ain't taking no S from nobody. All 32 teams, we ain't taking S from nobody, said safety J-Ron Curse after practice. Quote, whether it's our offense or the next offense, we're trying to show we're the best in the business, so it gets spicy out here. It's going to get spicy on Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays. Whenever we line up, that's how we're going to come, period, end quote, J-Ron Curse. So J-Ron Curse obviously fired up about the fights yesterday. Here's Micah Parsons' comments on the fight. Micah Parsons, he's a wild-ass, guys. Hell of a competitor, hell of a player, but damn it, that guy is a wild ass at times. Here's Parsons' comments on the fights yesterday at practice. Quote, hell yeah, I needed that, Parsons said. Quote, I'm here to make them better. I push myself to be great or good, and me pushing myself is only going to make them better. At the end of the day, I don't care who I'm up against. I don't care if it's Tyron, if it's Zach, if it's Tyler Smith. I'm going to beat the hell out of them. Jesus. Micah Parsons, baby, calm down. Parsons also later said it's only going to make them better. This is where championships get started, right here in camp. The goal is to bring that out and the camaraderie to bring it all together. It's only one goal at the end of the day, end quote from Micah Parsons. So everybody's just fired up, man. Everybody's fired up. They're tired of the training camp, tired of preseason. Although there's 2 preseason games left, these dudes are ready to smack somebody in another uniform. And the next preseason game will happen Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central Time in Seattle. So late kick, late start for the Cowboys this Saturday night, which I'll be back next week to, I guess, detail a little bit what happened there, cover more Cowboys news throughout the week, and of course, keep you updated on all things Cowboys, guys. That's going to wrap up my video real quick, real short this week, about 15 good minutes with you. Just some Cowboys quick hits. My thoughts on preseason, my thoughts on Zack Martin, my thoughts on the fights yesterday, and my thoughts on Zeke returning to the Cowboys, or to play the Cowboys in week 4, but returning this time as a New England Patriot. So, wraps up the Cowboys content. Next week, or in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to reveal my Cowboys win-loss record for the 2023 season. I'm going to go down every single game. Yes, I'm going to do that bit. Everybody does that bit, so why not I do that bit? I will go through every game. I'll give you my thoughts the only way I know how, by telling you straight up how I feel about the Cowboys, all right? So I'll go through the schedule, give my win-loss totals next week, and recap everything that happens from now till then in the next James Espinosa Show. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, Sports Rush Media. Hit me up on Spotify. That would be James Espinosa Show. And yeah, Cowboys content to come. College football content to come. I'm going to try to keep it covered here. Going to try to go live starting next week on Wednesdays because I'm going to be busy. I got a Thursday night high school football game. I got Friday night Gregory Portland high school football. I got Sunday morning radio show with the Sports Rush. And then I got, of course, throughout the week, my teaching duties at GP High School. So busy times ahead. But Wednesdays will be our live time, probably around 6:30. That's when I'm looking to go live. So there we go. Appreciate y'all boys getting in. Appreciate Edward and Chuck for commenting. Thank you guys. Thanks to everybody who's watching out there. Anthony's in here at the last second. Anthony says, "Sup, James." Anthony's weighing in from YouTube. It's all good, Anthony. Thanks for weighing in, baby. Just wrapping it up. So yeah, if y'all guys missed it, it'll be on the Spotify. It'll be on my YouTube page. Make sure you get there. Sports Rush Media, Spotify. James Espinosa Show. Wrapping it up, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Dallas Cowboys content coming. Make sure you subscribe and spread the word. Peace.